In this Electude teacher tip, I will show you how to grade an individual item for an entire class. Before we get started here and drilling down into grades, we're going to check a teacher setting, which I think is very important when it's time for you to grade in Electude. And that is the ability to export empty results. At least when I'm grading, I want to see all the data when I download a spreadsheet, not just part of the data. So go up here to settings and let's confirm something here. Let's go to import export. By default, when your teacher account was created, this setting here, export empty results, is turned off, or it's set to no. And just my personal preference, I want to see everything on that spreadsheet when I download a score report. So I recommend changing this to yes. You can then uncheck certain items if you don't want it to show up on the score report. I typically just leave everything checked. Hit OK to save these settings. And you won't have to do this again unless you want to turn the empty results off, but this is the recommended setting in my opinion. So now that we got that done, let's go over here to the student tab. And we're going to first click on our student group. And here we see kind of an overall view of the students and the content that's assigned to them. Now at this point, if I want to grade an individual item, I'm not going to click on a student name because that's just going to go to their profile page. We want to drill down first into the content area. So if I want to grade something that's found in this course, Electrical Measurement Theory, I'm going to click here first. So that's your first step. At the top here, we're looking at the average results for all these students for this content right up here, Mass Electrical Systems. So on average, for voltmeter, 2 students have completed it. Collectively, they spent an average time of 11 minutes and 20 seconds. And if I hang my mouse over this progress bar, as a whole, the class is 46% through this lesson. And about, I don't know, that's not showing up all the way on my screen, but it's about 51% of the time they're clicking on the right answer in this green here. Now, if I want to, if I would download this score report here, it would be an exhaustive list of all these content items for all these students. So that's not going to get me the data I want for just one lesson. So, but if I drill down here, whether this is a lesson, a quiz, a test, you click on the individual content item you want to get a score for. So now it's up here at the top. And then here's my learning objective. So instead of average results here, it's showing average results by learning objective. The length of these little lines here, kind of just a visual indicator for how many questions deal with that particular objective. So you can see this progress bar is rather long. So that just means that most of the questions in this lesson deal with this objective. Now at this point, I can do a couple things before I download this report. First of all, you might want to change the order of which the data is displayed before you download the report. You might want to do that by progress. You could do it by time spent. You could do it by last name. So here I got B's on top and W's at the bottom. I can reverse the order by simply clicking that. You can alphabetize this by first name. So however your gradebook is set up, you can probably adjust how Electude's the score reports is going to show in accordance with how your students are listed on your roster. So I'm sorting this list alphabetically by last name. And now what I'm going to do is click the score report here, and it's going to give me, it's going to open up a spreadsheet here. It's going to give me all the student scores for just this one lesson. So here we can see here's points possible. So this particular lesson is worth 26 points. And then here you see the progress, how many points the students have gone through, their relative score, and then here's their actual score. So you're going to compare column I to column M. So this student here, because they're not finished yet, they're 2 out of 26. You can see they're busy. Look at this one here. It says not started. The reason we see this on the spreadsheet is that's because we changed that setting earlier to export empty results. So if we wouldn't have changed that, this whole line here wouldn't have been even on the spreadsheet. So that's why I think exporting empty results is something important that you want to change. But nonetheless, here's your student scores for that particular item.